Hi there knitting friends and welcome to Korppari Knits, my knitting related YouTube channel. My name is Laura and I'm from Finland. I'm also in Instagram and Ravelry with the same handle Korppari Knits, so if you wish to follow me there, feel free to do it. And if you like my content, feel free to also subscribe to my channel and leave a like and a comment. I'm still kind of new on this YouTube thingy. My previous video was actually a very first video I have ever done and uploaded here in YouTube, and also the very first one of this podcast. So if you happen to be one of the people who watched it, I'm just so grateful. A huge thanks to everybody. I was just so positively surprised and so happy that so many people watched it, so yay! I'm sorry that we don't have a natural light today. There's this this big shadow behind me because there's a lamp in front of me. I had every intention of filming this video previously today so that there would have been natural light, but you know, then life happened and I figured that it's better to have the video with artificial lighting than no video at all, so yeah. But that's that, and then on with the show to the finished objects that I today have a whopping amount of 3. If you watched my previous episode and or are familiar with this pattern in general, you know that this is the Stripe Hype sweater by Veronika Lindberg, aka Kutovakika here in YouTube. And I just love these. Yeah, it's amazing, right? You can see the amazing colors. As I mentioned in my previous episode, I knit the sweater with this sock yarn by Novita, the 7 Veljestä. So I must say, the sweater isn't like the softest one out there, but luckily, as my skin is not that wool sensitive, I can bear it like just fine. Right now I'm wearing only a top underneath it, so I can tolerate it also on the skin. As always, I'll put all the mentioned information either in the description box or here in the screen. You can actually comment down below if you would prefer it to be in the description box or in the screen, like while I'm talking about the projects at hand, because I sometimes think that it's even better to, like, as you can see the information on the screen at the moment they're talked about, then you can like access the information immediately. Of course, I'll also mention the yarns and patterns I've used, like out loud in the video as well. But as I think I won't be able to recall all the colorways and stuff, so I'll put them somewhere for you to see. As you can see, I have white as my main color, and then there are all these amazing, very bold and vibrant colors as the contrasting colors. I'll also give you a peek of the hem, though I think the artificial lighting won't be able to show it in the shade it is actually in real life, but it's this blue color. And as you can see, although there is also blue here in the sleeves, this is clearly more of a teal one than the one in the hem. this is very like dark navy. And then we have this amazing orange. I think this is actually probably the first time I have anything orange on, like ever. I just tend not to wear it. But I had it and I think it was a great choice for the sweater. And I'm just so happy with my color choices in general. Like I wanted the colors have much contrast, and also I wanted to place them so that I'd always get a like as bold contrast as possible, like next to each other. So the gorgeous pink one, or it's more of a magenta, I think, then the white, and this amazing very bold lime green, and then the orange. All of them are Veljestä, but then I actually used one other yarn. It was Maija by Gjestal. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but I think they're from Norway. And the Maija is also a stock yarn. That's probably more of a DK, because I was actually a bit worried that whether they would work together, but they did just fine, you know. So the teal one, and also the navy in the hem, and then this gorgeous lilac I used as a contrasting color in the cuffs, and the color are also the Maija yarn. Yeah, I just loved knitting this sweater because as they say, knitting stripes is indeed very addicting. I think this was actually my first project ever knitting stripes. I just haven't been that much into stripes before, but now as I picked like just the colors I wanted, I think I finally understand what's all the fuss about. Yeah, I don't want to give away too much information from the pattern, because obviously it's a paid one, but in the pattern there's this tip with what Kika teaches you to avoid, like the jogs when knitting the stripes, and that was a new one to me and it was very helpful, so I really enjoyed that. Also, although I know this must be a bit of a controversial opinion, but I actually like knitting twisted rib very much, because I just think the finished result it gives is so beautiful and very like professional looking, so I didn't mind knitting the twisted rib at all. Though, like I said in the previous episode, I'm not actually sure whether you call this twisted rib, because you only knit the knit stitches through the back loop in here, so I don't know whether that would be half twisted rib then. But anyway, this rib is actually a favorite of mine, that I tend to knit like my sock cuffs with this style. Yeah, still I must admit that I didn't knit as much ribbing than the pattern called for, because I prefer the look of a shorter rib. I think I did 6 or 7 centimeters, and to me that was just the perfect amount. The pattern was very easy to follow and a quite quick knit as well. I must say I did experience some rowing out, because I hope it's okay to give this information away, but it's probably also mentioned in the pattern information in Ravelry that you knit this section flat and then join it in the round and then pick up stitches and knit the sleeves in the round. So there was some rowing out here in the sections that were knit flat, and you can actually still see them, like compared to my tension here in the hem and in the sleeves. It's much more even, but then again, yes, you can notice it, but I think like a non-knitter would never ever noticed the difference. So, well, whatever, right? Also, I was quite worried that as like my tension was very different here in the flat knit section, and then I don't know if I did something wrong when I picked up the stitches to the sleeves, that whether I should have picked them from somewhere else than I did, because there still is this quite noticeable bump, and I think like especially in the back it's a bit goofy looking. But then again, I still love the way it sits on me, and I think the drop shoulder construction is a very flattering one for my body. Not that you should only wear flattering clothes or anything like that, but I just like the look it has on my body. Also, I just love the color. I think it really gave like this final finishing touch to the sweater and really made it like sit right. So I think the finished result is very neat, even though the yarn I used probably wasn't like the most fancy one, but just the right one for me. So all in all, I'm very happy with this sweater. It has already given me so much joy, especially the lavender colors. And I must say, now having knit the sweater, I'm not surprised at all that it has reached such popularity here in the knitting social media. And then we still have 2 finished objects to go, though they're kind of small ones, but still. So these are the mittens I presented last time. The mittens with the heel flaps. No, not heel flaps, but flaps, you know. So these are the Lover mittens by Milena Pauliina, and these are gonna go to my sister. They were meant to be a Christmas present, but I think you can also give them, like, what is it, 3 months later. And they feature this beautiful broken rib texture. And I don't know if you can tell, but I think the yarn combination I used was actually like way too bulky for the pattern, because there's this weird bump here. So if I'm to make these again, I will definitely use thinner yarn. But as I had the yarns in stash, I wanted to use them up, and I know my sister likes this warm brown, so I think she'll be very happy with the mittens. And the yarns I used were Filcolana Peruvian Highland Wool in the color Red Squirrel. I'm not sure what was the number of the colorway, but I'll put it either on the screen or in the description box, like I said. And then there is also some brown mohair by Lang Yarns. It was probably Lang lace. As I mentioned in my previous episode, these ones are actually the very first mittens I've ever knit, and I think especially these ones that have the flaps are quite practical here in Finland, though it probably, like at least soon, it'll be too warm to use these, but she'll have them ready for the next winter at least. I think I'm actually gonna knit myself a pair or even two of fingerless mitts, because I think they would be even more practical for me, as even my hands tend to sweat quite a lot if the weather is not cold enough and I'm wearing too thick mittens. But yeah, also I have a quite many yarns in my stash that would make great fingerless mitts, so maybe you'll hear about those in the upcoming episodes. We'll see. In addition to this, I'm gifting my sister also this cute washcloth. That has the basket weave stitch. And in my previous episode, I also showed you guys a knitting book that featured all these different knit stitches. And from there, I picked up the basket weave stitch. Of course, I have seen it in the internet before, but I figured that it would make a great washcloth. This is bamboo yarn. Blend Bamboo by Hjertegarn, I believe. And I just love this color. Both of these colors are very my sister's color palette, and she actually has a washcloth that was knit by me already, but as I knitted way back when I started knitting, I think I really didn't do a good job when finishing it, so it's like all teared up, and it's about time for her to have an actual new functioning one. Yeah. So that is the gift knitting part of today. And I mentioned in my last episode that I'm knitting up this one colorwork sweater called Tenno from this Icelandic wool Essex Letlopi. And then there were these vanilla socks, and then another pair of socks that I'm gonna gift to a friend. But there is no progress with those projects, so I think I won't be showing them today. But I do have two whips that have some progress. First one is the very start of the Lumme Pullover by Sari Nordlund. My nose is itching like crazy. So as you can see, it's the very start. It's only the color and a couple of rows of the yoke. I actually had more progress on this, but then I wasn't happy with my color choices because I had already reached the second and maybe even the third motif of the colorwork yoke, but then I found that the colors I had chosen from my stash, because this too was meant to be kind of a stash busting project, they just didn't have enough contrast, because there was, for instance, this one gray that just wouldn't pop out from this icy blue at all, so I frogged it. Actually, now that I have a bit more knitting experience under my belt, I feel that frogging really isn't that bad anymore. Like, it's the kind of necessarily evil that's just part of this hobby. Well, of course, I find myself very irritated when I realize that I have to do it, but then I tend to like sleep the night and do it the next day, so that the fact that I'm gonna have to frog a project won't irritate me that much anymore on the second day. Yeah, but I just love the pattern, and Sari is so talented. I'm really looking forward to knitting more of her patterns, as this is probably the very first one. You might also wonder what is going on in here, and this is actually drops air, so this very soft blown alpaca blend of a yarn, because I wanted to, as this will be a well, not a turtleneck, but I think the color will rise up like quite high, and as this Seitsemän Veljestä is not the I don't actually even recall whether I said it already, but this is the Seitsemän Veljestä as well. Like I said, I have a bunch of this in the stash, so I really want to use it up. So as this is not the softest yarn out there, I wanted something a bit softer, like in the inside part of the color. And I think when I'll actually be able to wear this sweater, the solution will probably be just the right one. So as these are these quite thick colorwork sweaters knit from quite rustic yarns, I'm starting to lose my mojo on that kind of projects. So I think these will stay in hibernation up till the fall, when I have more motivation and will to knit these kind of projects again. But no more progress on that one, and as said, that's how it'll probably be for the, I don't know, next 5 months or so. And I'm content with that. I feel that at least with my knitting, I think I would be comfortable if I knit something like within the time frame of a year, because I would know that I actually will finish the project. Of course, if the hibernating projects start piling up, then I think we have a whole another topic at hand, but I'm not gonna go into that now. Okay, so I have another whip for you, and that's actually a brand new one. It was gonna be a birthday cast on, because I had my birthday at March 8th, which is the International Women's Day. And here it is. It's actually the very start of another colorwork sweater, but in my defense, this is knit with the drops air. That is, like mentioned already, it's this quite light blown alpaca blend yarn. So I'm hoping it'll be just a tad bit lighter than a wool colorwork sweater, but we'll see. Yeah, I'm actually filming a project vlog out of this, so I think I'm not gonna talk in depth about this one, but this is the Tulip or Tulipan sweater by Hip Knit Shop. I'm actually not quite sure which one, because in the pattern, like, both names are mentioned, but I would still probably vote for the Tulip sweater, though I am aware that there are actually other patterns named Tulip sweater in Ravelry as well, but well, I'm just gonna call it the Tulip sweater, at least in this video. So it's this gorgeous, very 80s vibe colorwork sweater that I've actually had in mind, like, right from the start when I started knitting. I actually think the sweater was kind of one of the main reasons I started knitting, because I just knew that someday I want to be able to knit that sweater, and here we are. So I'm very excited. As you can tell, this is knit actually bottom up, which I don't prefer, but I think we'll manage. I made some measurements, so as the pattern says, that it's gonna be a cropped one, but as I'm quite short, sometimes the fact that the sweater is said to be cropped length kind of doesn't say anything to me, but I measured myself, and the given length should actually be just right to achieve a cropped length for me. And as basically all my jeans and other garments are high-waisted, then I figured that this would be perfect with those, and I do want this sweater to be cropped, as this stripe hype sweater actually well, I wouldn't say it turned out longer than I thought, because I was aware that it was not gonna be a cropped one, but somehow, I don't know about you guys, but I, like, unconsciously tend to think that as if every sweater was actually a cropped one, because that's the look I would usually prefer them to be. So I wouldn't say I was shocked or anything when this didn't turn out as cropped, because that's not how it's supposed to be. I found some people in Ravelry who had left, like, the last colored stripes, like the contrast colored stripes away, and I did think about that as well, but then I was so fixated over that yes, there must be symmetry, because there are 3 stripes of each color, so that it would mess the whole thing up. So then I did knit all the stripes it had, and therefore it's not a cropped sweater. and I'm totally alright with that. But as I'm hoping that this tulip sweater would be more of a spring sweater in a sense, or at least I feel that the overall look and the colors it will have, it'll be much more of a spring vibe kind of one. So I feel that the cropped length will suit that look better as well. But still, I'm always a bit concerned when knitting sweaters button up that how it's gonna be, because of course the trying on is not as easy as when knitting top down. So as said, I think I'm not gonna like give all the information away as I am filming this project vlog. It's actually been very fun, but I must tell you that already it's been a ride knitting this up. So there have been some unexpected events, but you'll find out about them later in the project vlog. But I am, of course, gonna mention the yarns I'm using. And as said, they are Drops Air, because this sweater is actually meant to be knit with this very thick wool. The pattern calls for 6 and 7 millimeter needles, the Europe size. And actually, as I'm a very tight knitter these days, I'm actually knitting this with even bigger needles. These are now needle size 8, and I did the ribbing with the 7 millimeter. But even though I'm not using the thick wool, of course, the Drops Air is not fingering or anything, so it's not gonna be like the lightest sweater out there, but I'm hoping it'll still be a more breathable one than it was if I knit that with some very bulky wool. And as this will be color work, of course that'll like add up the thickness of the fabric, but still, as this is blown yarn, it'll still be like rather light considering that it's color work. I have 5 gorgeous pastel cool colors, aka these ones. And I'm just so excited. I just can't wait how this sweater turns out. And these are color 16. That is this blue one. I knit the ribbing from. Then there's the natural white, the color 01. That is like the main color of the color work part. And then I have this green, that is the color 43. And I'm of course gonna knit the green parts of the flowers with the green. Duh! The leaves and the, I don't actually know what it's called, but you know, the part in which the actual flower and the leaves are attached. Then the actual flowers are gonna be knit with this amazing pink, or I think actually the actual name of the color was magenta. It's 39, and I just love this color. And then we have this color 53. That is also this more of a baby pink one. But yeah, as said, I think I'm gonna share more of this in the upcoming project vlog, and I don't have any other things to talk about today, so I think this will be all from today. Thank you so much for watching. As said, you can reach me in Ravelry and Instagram as Korppari as well. And if you like my content, please subscribe to my channel and leave a like and a comment. See you on the next one, guys. Happy knitting. Bye!